Chosen one, listen carefully. What I'm about to share may surprise you, maybe even shock you. If you're watching this right now, it's not by accident. God has led you here because something powerful is shifting in your life. You are moving from wanting to have. The very prayers, hopes, and dreams you've been holding on to are no longer distant, they are drawing near. They're not just possibilities anymore, they are becoming your reality. This is more than a mindset shift. It's a spiritual and energetic transformation. God is speaking to you constantly through signs, people, moments, and events. The question is, are you listening? Are you answering? You must respond before tonight. This is your invitation, a divine call to step into something only you can fulfill. But time is running out. Do not ignore the signs. God's invitation is urgent, and not everyone receives it. Before we dive deeper, take a sacred pause. Do these 3 things. Hit the like button, subscribe, and help us reach 1,000 subscribers. Comment 99 below. This is a signal to the universe amplifying the energy of this divine message. If you are truly a chosen one, your spirit already knows this is meant for you. You will watch until the very end, because something inside you is awake and ready. If you're not ready to receive this truth, you may not make it through, but for those who do, your life will never be the same. Now, let's begin. You might think the strange feelings, the moments of déjà vu, or the quiet whispers in your heart are mere accidents, but they're not. These are divine signals sent specifically to you. The universe is conspiring in your favor. God's voice is breaking through the noise of everyday life. It's a call that demands your attention because it carries the weight of destiny. When you pause long enough to reflect, you begin to feel the pull. It's undeniable. Something bigger than you is reaching out. You are being invited to step into your purpose. Think about those moments when a stranger's words stirred your soul, or when an unexpected event shifted the course of your path. These were not coincidences. They were divine footprints. God has been guiding you, aligning you, preparing you not randomly, but with sacred intent. You have been chosen, not by chance, but by design. A divine plan has been unfolding beneath the surface of your everyday existence, and now it's rising. It's time to stop dismissing the signs. It's time to listen. This moment is sacred. This invitation is clear. God is calling you now. Waiting longer risks missing the transformation that could forever change your life and the lives of everyone connected to your mission. The question isn't whether you hear the call. The question is, are you ready to answer? Are you ready to respond with faith, with obedience, with an open heart? Have you noticed how your emotions have been swirling like a storm? How certain patterns seem to repeat? These are not random. They are divine nudges, signs from God, trying to shake you awake from the sleep of survival and into the light of purpose. Drowning in distraction and complacence, the noise is constant. The pressure is overwhelming, and even in the chaos, God is speaking clearer than ever. When your heart races without warning, when your mind becomes obsessed with a question that won't let go, or when synchronicities begin to appear, this is not stress. This is not coincidence. These are divine signals, sacred nudges meant to awaken your soul and guide you toward alignment. Most people miss them. They dismiss these sacred whispers as random. But for the chosen ones, these moments are treasure maps. Each strange encounter, each repeated symbol or conversation is like God waving a bright flag in the middle of your crowded life, trying to get your attention, trying to say, look here, this is where I need you. This awakening doesn't always feel gentle. At first it can be confusing, even unsettling. You might ask, why now? Why me? But those very questions are proof that you're being called. You're being invited into purpose, into transformation, into something greater than yourself. The shaking is not punishment, it's preparation. The tension you feel is not chaos, it's direction. Trust it. Trust the restlessness. Trust the pull in your spirit. These are the first signs of God's hand gently but firmly guiding you forward, and still God's voice echoes with a tender urge. Why are you still silent? You've felt something. You've sensed the shift. You know there's more. But hesitation holds you back. Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's doubt. Maybe it's the slow erosion of belief caused by everyday stress. But the divine question still stands. Why haven't you stepped forward when the signs are everywhere? Life is easy. Work, relationships, responsibilities, they all scream for your attention. But the longer you wait, the farther your destiny drifts. Imagine if Moses had dismissed the burning bush. Imagine if Esther had chosen silence. What if David never stepped onto the battlefield? Your hesitation could cost you a divine moment, a once-in-a-lifetime invitation to create impact, to change lives, including your own. This is not condemnation. This is an invitation. God is not punishing you. He is awakening you. The question is not about guilt. It's a sacred prompt. It's a chance to break free from whatever has kept you small, distracted, or stuck. The calling. Will you, sir? Divine signs appear in many forms. A stranger offering words that echo your thoughts. A dream that feels more real than reality. A quote that lights a fire in your soul. A book that reads like it knows your heart. A moment of silence so deep, it feels like heaven breathing. These are not coincidences. They are divine breadcrumbs. Evidence that God is guiding your steps, that your life is being woven with intention, that you're not lost, you're being led. Have you ever noticed someone appear exactly when you needed them most? A conversation that unlocked clarity, a lyric or verse that echoed your hidden prayers. These are not ordinary, these are sacred. Each one is a message, a whisper from heaven, a reminder you are not forgotten, you are being called. But learning to hear and trust these signs takes awareness. It takes stillness. It takes faith. When you slow down, when you become present, you'll begin to see how God doesn't just move in thunder fire. He speaks ordinary, yet in the timing. This becomes your secret language with the divine, a sacred thread of communication pulling you toward mission. We live in a world that wants to numb you, distract you, keep small. But your spirit better. Your soul is waking up. And this message right now is confirmation that it's time. Time to listen, time to move, time to answer. Chosen one, your mission is calling. Will you rise? The noise, to rise above the distractions and to step fully into your divine assignment. We live in a world bursting with distractions, endless notifications, noisy thoughts, constant demands pulling you in every direction. These distractions are more than just background noise. They are chains. Chains that dull your senses, cloud your spirit, and keep you from hearing God's voice clearly. The world fights for your attention, but God is calling you to look deeper, to turn inward, to listen. When was the last time you sat in complete silence? When did you last listen to your heart without judgment, without rushing, without the pressure to fix or solve anything? In the stillness, that's where God speaks. That's where your mission begins to take shape. Distraction blinds you to the sacred invitation that's been right in front of you. God's call demands your full presence, a quiet mind, an open heart, and the courage to say yes, even when it feels uncertain. Saying yes doesn't mean you're fearless, it means you're willing. It means your purpose matters more than your comfort. To refocus is a radical act. It is bravery. It is rebellion against the noise. It is a declaration that your destiny is more important than temporary entertainment or surface-level approval. God is waiting, not for perfection, but for your attention. He is asking you to return to what matters most: your mission, your purpose, your divine path. Time is not on your side. This invitation is sacred and urgent. There is a divine deadline, and it is before tonight. This is your moment to listen deeply, to respond with a willing heart. Saying yes isn't just about acceptance, it's about action. It's about stepping into the unknown with faith, with courage, and with trust. Imagine standing before a doorway on the other side. everything changes. Your alignment, your purpose, your provision. When your heart says yes, heaven moves. Doors open, people appear, miracles unfold. What seems random becomes divinely orchestrated. But if you hesitate, if you say no, or maybe later, you risk missing a divine turning point. The timing of this moment is not accidental. This invitation is rare, it's sacred, and it won't wait forever. This is your soul's call to rise, to fulfill the divine mission assigned uniquely to you. Not everyone receives this call, only those whose hearts are ready, whose spirits are willing, and whose souls are brave enough to walk where others turn back. Think of the heroes of faith, the change makers of history, Moses, Esther, David, Mary. They weren't chosen because they were perfect. They were chosen because they answered. This venture is no different. It is not easy. It will stretch you, but it will also transform you. The road may be uncertain, but God's grace will meet you at every step. He does not call the qualified, He qualifies the called. And He has called you. This mission will change not only your life, but the lives of everyone connected to your obedience. Many believe spirituality is limited to meditation, prayer, or moments of quiet. But God is calling you beyond that. The real battlefield is right here in your relationships, your work, your decisions, your influence. The physical world is not separate from your divine mission. It is your divine mission. So break free from the noise, from the fear, from the distractions. This is your moment. Chosen one, say yes. You remain stuck in cycles of distraction, waiting for a sign while missing the ones already set. Awareness is the key that unlocks your sacred assignment. It means seeing beyond what's obvious, feeling the spiritual weight of everyday encounters, and recognizing that your life, every twist, every moment is charged with divine meaning. You must let go of the illusion that spirituality means withdrawal from life. Your purpose is not isolation, it's not detachment. It is rooted in action, in healing, building, serving, and creating real, tangible impact. When you focus only on the spiritual realm while ignoring the physical, you limit the power and reach of your divine. God doesn't want you caged in contemplation. He wants you active in your. Every conversation, every decision, every step you take is an opportunity to carry divine light into the world. This world is not meaningless. It is not beneath. It is your mission field, and when you fully participate, when you bring your faith into your work, your relationships, your choices, you become a warrior. You become the living embodiment of God's purpose in motion. Everything you've experienced, every challenge, heartbreak, betrayal, moment of doubt has been preparing you. God has been shaping you through the fire. Like a blacksmith tempering steel, He has used your trials to forge strength, wisdom, and Yes, it may feel. Yes, the process can be. But these are not signs of failure. They are signs of formation. You are being molded into someone capable of carrying a sacred assignment. Your mission is not some distant, abstract idea. It is here. It is. The world needs what only you can. Your gifts, your voice, your presence, your obedience. Even if you can't see the full picture, trust that you are exactly where you need to be. God's preparation is ongoing. And the moment you say yes to His call truly, boldly, wholeheartedly, something begins to shift. People start up. Doors open. Events unfold in ways too precise to be called coincidence. The flow of divine alignment rushes in like an aid. You start making decisions that feel intuitively right. You're pulled into rooms you once prayed to enter. Clarity replaces confusion. Direction replaces wandering. This is not luck. It is divine orchestration. When your heart commits, heaven responds. This is the power of surrender, the beauty of faith. Saying yes to God's call transforms your life into a living testimony, a life where miracles are not rare, they are expected, where purpose breathes through every action, where you become a vessel for divine power on earth. But it all begins with awareness. Without awareness, you will miss your assignment. Without reflection, you'll confuse divine signs for these. But with awareness, your eyes will open, your heart will soften, your spirit will begin to recognize. So take time to silence the noise. Reflect on your journey. Look for the patterns. Listen for the whispers. Trust the nudges. God has been calling, and now He is waiting for you. Chosen one, your mission is here. Your moment is now. Say yes and step into the purpose. The world has been waiting for you to fulfill sense of purpose. It's easy to miss the call or to misunderstand it, but when you answer it, you step into a sacred partnership with God. You enter a divine collaboration where miracles become part of your journey and your destiny begins to unfold with clarity and grace. Your conscious readiness is the spark that lights the way forward. Every detail matters. A stranger's smile, a phrase overheard in conversation, an unexpected opportunity. These are not coincidences. They are divine breadcrumbs. Each one is a sacred clue placed on your path by God. He is speaking through your daily life, through every interaction, every event, every quiet thought that lingers in your heart. In the chaos of life, it's easy to overlook these messages, but missing them could mean missing the next step in your mission. Imagine walking a treasure hunt with your eyes closed. How could you find what was meant for you? You must learn to open your eyes, your heart, your spirit. Begin to move through the world with reverence and curiosity. When you see every moment as a possible message from God, life becomes rich with meaning. These signs are not only guidance, they are protection. They inspire and affirm you. They realign you when you drift, and they remind you that you're never walking this path alone. The journey you're being called to is not one of isolation. God's presence walks with you, sustaining you when you're weak, guiding you when you're lost, and strengthening you when you're afraid. You are backed by divine power, unshakable, unstoppable. Every step you take is supported by grace. Those who came before you, Moses, Esther, David, Ruth, they felt the same fears and doubts, but through faith, they discovered strength far beyond their own. That same divine energy is available to you now. When you feel overwhelmed, tempted to give up, or haunted by uncertainty, remember this: God's hand is at your back. His push is behind you. His love surrounds you. You are never alone. You are being empowered to rise again and again. The moment to rise is now. All the signs, all the waiting, all the silent preparation, it all converges here. Now this is the moment to stand tall, to step into what you were created for. No challenge, no fear, no outside force can stop the mission God has entrusted to you. History is shaped by those who chose to rise despite their fear. You are part of that legacy now, a legacy of courage, of faith, of radical obedience. This mission isn't just about you, it's about the healing, the transformation, and the light you're meant to bring into the world. Step into your power boldly, lead with compassion, shine without apology. This is your time. God has gone before you and paved the way, and nothing can block the path of a heart that has truly said yes. Faith will be your anchor and your wings. When you respond to God's call with trust and openness, transformation becomes inevitable. Your life will begin to align with your deepest purpose. You will become a vessel for healing, not just for yourself, but for everyone you touch. This transformation may require sacrifice. You may have to let go of old beliefs, outdated habits, or familiar comforts. But in return, you will receive peace. You will receive clarity, and most of all, you will receive an unshakable sense of why you are chosen. You are. The time is now. Answer the call. Leads. That voice within the one you've too often doubted, ignored, or silenced isn't a figment of your imagination. It's divine. It's sacred. It's God speaking directly to your spirit, reaching into the hidden parts of your soul to awaken what has been sleeping. When you learn to trust that voice, to truly listen without fear, you unlock wisdom, direction, and peace that cannot be found anywhere else. This isn't imagination. It's revelation. What you thought were your own anxieties or random thoughts were, in fact, sacred whispers, nudges guiding you, protecting you, aligning. These moments of inner knowing are not accidents. They are encoded messages from heaven. Divine frequencies meant to shake you awake and guide your steps. Your life is not unfolding by chance. Every closed door, every delayed dream, every lonely moment was never a punishment. It was preparation. And now you are being active. You see, this isn't just about hearing God's voice. It's about trusting it, honoring it, following it. That quiet pull in your spirit, that spark in your chest, that surge of peace when you finally say yes, those are signs. Confirmation you are being called, not just to awaken, but to rise. You've longed for a sense of being. You've questioned your purpose. You've felt the ache of uncertainty, but that ache was never emptiness. It was divine tension. The stretching of your soul as God prepared you for more. Your journey is becoming a living testimony of grace in motion, a story of how heaven meets earth through your obedience. And now is the moment to say yes, not cautiously, but with your whole heart. Say yes with courage. Say yes with trust. Say yes knowing that nothing will ever be the same. Embrace this divine. Step fully into the extraordinary path that has been waiting for you all. Yes, there were times when you felt completely lost, as if life had forgotten you. But the truth is, you were never lost. What you mistook for aimlessness was the silent activation of your soul, a divine ignition. Even in your confusion, God was working behind the veil, stirring the depths of your being. It's like a seed buried in darkness, silent, unseen, but full of explosive potential. That was you, waiting, becoming, bursting beneath the surface with power you hadn't even touched yet. Every setback, every sleepless night, every moment you wanted to give up, it was part of man. God used it all to awaken your deeper self. You are not who you were. You are becoming more than you ever imagined. The signs you once ignored are now impossible to deny. The pull is too strong. The message is too loud. God's activation is real. It's here. And it's calling you to rise with strength, with purpose, with divine fire in it. Remember, the darkness was void. It was womb, a sacred hidden place of tradition. What you thought was the end was actually the beginning. This journey isn't about being lost or found in the way the world defines it. It's about awakening. You've been switched on for a higher calling, a mission uniquely designed for you. And now you are exactly where you need to be. So don't doubt what you're hearing. Don't dismiss the voice. Don't overlook the signs. Recognize them, honor them, and let them lead you. Because this right now is your sacred moment to rise. Be the compass that guides you through the unknown and into the fulfillment of your sacred mission. The delays, the setbacks, the painful pauses, they may have felt like cruel interruptions, like roadblocks placed in the middle of your journey. You've questioned, why now or why not yet? You've stood before closed doors and wondered why they slammed shut, just when you thought you were ready to walk through. But here is the divine truth. Every delay you've encountered has been orchestrated by God, not to stop you, but to prepare you. These pauses were never mistakes. They weren't punishments. They were divine detours, intentional slowdowns, designed to strengthen your character, refine your spirit, and sharpen your clarity. Like a master sculptor slowly chiseling stone to reveal a masterpiece, God has been shaping you with patience and precision. He has used the waiting to strip away what no longer serves you and reveal the strength you didn't know you had. Imagine the frustration of a seed wanting to break through the soil before it's ready. Rushing that moment would destroy its potential, but in the dark, in the silence, something powerful is happening. It's developing roots, strength, and resilience. That was you. That is you. Your delays were never empty. They were fertile ground, rich with hidden lessons, full of divine protection, preparing you for exactly the moment you're now standing in, the cusp of your mission, the edge of breakthrough, the threshold of transformation. So don't resent the wait. Honor it. Embrace it. It brought you here because now there is a moment. Unlike any other, a spiritual moment before the clock strikes midnight, when your destiny comes knocking. This is not symbolic. It is a real spiritual threshold. That knock, it's God. He's inviting you urgently, clearly, powerfully to step fully into the life you were created to live. The question is simple. Will you open the door? This moment is charged with divine energy, a rare opportunity that won't wait forever. Behind that door is a new chapter, a life bursting with purpose, healing, transformation, and divine alignment. But stepping through it requires courage. It requires you to say yes, even when your mind is racing with doubt, even when fear tries to hold you back. But here this destiny favors the brave. You may not know what awaits. You may not have all the answers, but that's the essence of faith. Opening the door when all you have is trust. Trust that God's plan is greater than your fear. Trust that what's waiting on the other side is not a trap, but a miracle. This is your spiritual crossroad. This moment, this night, could define your journey forever. Don't let it pass. When destiny knocks, answer, not with hesitation, but with an open heart and an unwavering spirit. Your true mission is waiting on the other side of that door, and when you step through, everything can change. Now, look back. Think of the moments you once dismissed as coincidence, the unexpected encounters, the sudden shifts, the patterns that seemed too strange to explain. Those were not random. They were messages, heaven's code, a divine language written in signs, synchronicities, and symbols. Every coincidence was a clue. Every pattern was a pulse. Every encounter was a whisper from above, calling you, guiding you, preparing you. Only your soul could truly interpret this language. Only your spirit could recognize the pattern, because it was encoded just for you. And now, as you begin to see these connections, you'll realize something undeniable. God's hand has been everywhere, all along, guiding you home. It's a sacred urgency meant to awaken you. God is gently weaving your life into a tapestry of purpose and meaning. Every thread, every twist, every tear has intent. It's like reading a book written in invisible ink. Only when you pause, reflect, and pay attention do the hidden words reveal themselves. These coincidences you've experienced, they're not random. They're God's fingerprints, subtle but undeniable. Proof that you are not lost, that you are deeply loved, that you are being guided with precision and care. The more you begin to tune into this divine code, the clearer your path becomes. Your job is not to have everything figured out. It's to stop dismissing these clues and start honoring. Every sign, every feeling, every shift is part of the sacred roadmap. Through your mission, heaven is communicating. Will you learn to read the signs? Dreams have always been a mysterious realm where your subconscious meets the divine. You may have had dreams that left you uneasy or confused, assuming they were just your mind playing. But what if those dreams were not random? What if they were warnings, messages from God meant to protect and prepare? Divine dreams rarely come in plain language. They're wrapped in metaphor and symbols. They take time, prayer, and wisdom to but they hold guidance. They highlight the dangers ahead. They show you what to release. They reveal hidden truth and obstacles that logic alone cannot detect. Ignoring these dreams is like ignoring flashing dashboard lights. It's only a matter of time before something's. These dreams are sacred communications meant to keep you awake and aligned. Don't dismiss them. Reflect, listen, pray, act. Your dreams are not distractions. They are tools for awakening. They are keys to your purpose. And yes, sometimes the way forward includes loss. When people leave your life, it can feel like devastation. You may feel abandoned, rejected, or confused. But what if those exits were actually divine interventions? What if God removed those people not out of cruelty, but out of Not everyone is meant to walk with you to your destiny. Some were only there for a chapter. Others were blocking what you couldn't see. Some relationships, no matter how deep or familiar, were never meant to stay. And their exit, though painful, is often the clearing God needs to do to make space for next. It may feel lonely, but it's part of the pruning process. And pruning always comes. Every person who walked away made space for new allies, mentors, and soul-aligned connections to enter your life. People who will nourish your purpose, not hinder it. So trust the process, even when it hurts, even when it makes no sense. God is safeguarding your mission, even in your effort. And now there is a countdown happening in the spirit. Time is moving faster than you realize. Heaven is waiting, watching, hoping, not with fear, not with pressure, but with expectation. This isn't a warning meant to frighten you. It's a sacred call meant to ignite you. Chosen one, the invitation still stands. Will you step into the mission that was made only for you? Will you trust that everything, every loss, every dream, every delay was all leading here? This is your moment. Heaven is waiting for your yes, but a divine urgency, because your yes is the key to unlocking miracles, not only in your life, but in the world. Delaying your response is like keeping a treasure chest locked, denying yourself the blessings, purpose, and transformation already waiting inside. You may feel unqualified, you may feel afraid. But remember, every great hero, every chosen one, once stood in that same uncertainty before stepping into their divine mission. Time is limited, but grace is abundant. All you need to do is say yes. The clock is ticking toward a sacred deadline, and every second matters. What you choose to do today will set the trajectory for your spiritual journey and impact countless lives you may never even meet. This is your opportunity to step into the fullness of your calling before it passes you by. Don't wait for the perfect moment. That moment is now. Heaven is watching, and your answer will change everything. Time is running out, but your faith still holds the power to open the door to a future overflowing with divine love, clarity, and purpose. Yes, anxiety can be overwhelming. It can feel like a heavy weight on your chest, clouding your thoughts, making the future look foggy and threatening. But what if your anxiety isn't just fear? What if it's divine pressure, a spiritual push from God, urging you to shift, move, and finally step into your mission? This pressure is uncomfortable for a reason. It's meant to shake you. It's God's way of waking you up, dislodging you from comfort zones that are no longer serving your spirit. When you feel uneasy, restless, or trapped, it's often your soul crying out for alignment. It's the whisper of destiny saying, "There's more than this." Instead of resisting the anxiety, listen to it. Let it speak. Let it guide you to the areas of your life that need change. It may be showing you where you've outgrown your circumstances. It may be a sacred nudge toward bold choices, courageous leaps, and radical realignment. Recognize your anxiety not as an enemy, but as a sacred messenger. Let it be the spark that moves you from stagnation into divine momentum. Waking up to your spiritual calling doesn't happen by accident. You were spiritually hunted, pursued by a loving God who refuses to let your purpose go unfulfilled. He's been chasing your soul through every sleepless night, every tear, and every silent moment. Even when you gave up on yourself, God never gave up on you. This is your sacred truth. You were chosen, you were pursued, because you matter more than you realize. Your awakening is not a coincidence. It is the result of divine love that never stopped knocking. It is the echo of God's relentless desire to awaken the light inside you, the light this world desperately needs. You've been marked. You are not invisible to heaven. You are a key player in a plan far bigger than you can imagine. This spiritual pursuit is both an honor and a responsibility. It's a call to rise, to step into the identity God created you for, to lead, to heal, to reveal divine love through your life. You didn't stumble into this moment by chance. This is your sacred encounter, and it's time to answer your divine journey. You are in the midst of a divine hunter pursuit by heaven itself that has brought you out of darkness and into the light. You are being prepared not just to awake, but to shine, to lead others toward the same sacred revelation that transformed you. There were times, deep, painful times, when you felt completely alone, isolated, forgotten, as if the world had moved on without. But those moments were not random. That solitude was God's sacred training ground. It was the quiet forge where your spirit was tempered, refined, and strengthened for the mission. In isolation, distractions fade. The noise of the world dims, and your soul is finally able to hear what it couldn't hear before, the subtle, intimate whispers of God's voice. What felt like loneliness was actually a divine invitation into stillness. It was there, in the silence, that your inner growth took root. Resilience was born. Clarity emerged. Self-awareness did. You weren't being abandoned. You were being equipped. Many of the greatest spiritual leaders, Moses, Elijah, Paul, even Jesus, experienced intense isolation before walking into their divine purpose. Their wilderness wasn't punishment, it was preparation, and now that preparation is complete. The loneliness fades, the wilderness clears, and you are stepping into connection with God and with the people and opportunities He has assigned to support your purpose. Your isolation was never wasted. It was sacred groundwork for your rise. You might believe your mission is somewhere far off in the future, but the truth is, you are already living it. You just haven't seen it clearly. Every challenge you've overcome, every decision you've made in faith, every person who has entered or exited your life, it's all been divinely orchestrated. A sequence of sacred steps leading you toward the fullness of your calling. Often we look for the big moments, the burning bushes, the loud signs, the thunderous kings. But God's voice is often softer than that. It moves through the small, the subtle, the mission unfolds not just in grand gestures, but in quiet abs. That word of encouragement you gave a stranger. That hard choice you made in private, that lesson you learned through tears, that forgiveness you chose when no one knew. These are the bricks of your divine foundation. Think of your life as you've been collecting pieces for years through joy, heartbreak, victories, and losses. And now, piece by piece, the picture is beginning to come. When you finally see that picture, when the edges start to align, you will realize you've been walking this sacred path all along, and this moment right now is crucial. Because awareness changes everything. It shifts how you love, how you serve, how you show up in the world. You are not waiting to begin. You are already in motion, already chosen, already activated, already part of the story. And if you've begun, noticing that some conversations carry unexpected weight, that certain words feel like they pierce straight into your soul, that is not a coincidence. It's a divine signal. Every dialogue today may hold hidden instructions from God. Every connection may be carrying a coded message. Every person crossing your path may be part of a sacred. Listen closely. Speak inwardly. Passion. God is guiding you not just through miracles, but through moments. Your mission is alive, and you are ready.